Guys, if you saw my previous attempt earlier, well, that was because some motor mouth over here interrupted my conversation.
Sorry.
Alright, yeah, I'm actually just doing this video because, well, multiple reasons. Number one being the obvious, the world's come to an end. We're living in Mad Max times now. Thunderdome! You see, that's your problem, Josh. You could never get beyond Thunderdome.
I want my entertainment, damn
it. No, basically, so we're just gonna do an update video since my last horrific spiel and talk about what's been going on. I actually wanted to start with the PS5, but I'm gonna let my friend Nate here gush all over the airwaves about his growing love affair with Ghost of Tsushima.
What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want. Just entertain them. Just talk to them in a way that'll make them visualizing you're doing some kind of beautiful juggling act while praising the wonderful individual petals that fall down through the trees. And whatever.
Well, my bicycle has pedals, so there's that.
And you're bipedal.
No, I don't like children.
Whoa!
Demonetized!
Thank God I already am! I'm kidding, pedal, ha ha ha! Fucked.
I'm stepping away now.
It's like I didn't mean it, that's only for Tuesdays.
What? God's name?
Tacos.
Whoa, what? What?
He said it, not me.
There's something pitchy about that joke.
Well, honestly, what can I say that hasn't already been said? First of all you haters out there, you crybabies who are saying that you're not now buying the game because it's too hard. Well, newsflash for you frickin' snowflakes out there, it's going to have a difficulty setting, so you don't have to worry. And if you're still not buying the game after that point, well, I'm pretty sure you weren't going to buy the game anyway.
Hey,
with that being said,
hey man, that was harsh. I am gonna buy the game.
well, I know you are, and maybe Hellgas at some point will buy it.
Some point.
Hopefully.
Yeah, after he gets his PS5 in 2023.
After I get my financial shit in order.
Which will hopefully.
Which brings up the PS5 that this game is going to have an update. Am I putting that correctly?
Yes, it will have PS5 support, quote unquote, according to Jim Ryan.
So that's pretty awesome, because even though it's a PS4 game, just like most of the other games, it will be backwards compatible on the next system. So hang on to your games, because it's going to be amazing for more experience on the maybe higher frame rates and less loading times, etc., etc.
Recoding to kick that damn Jaguar tablet piece of shit CPU to the side.
Agreed.
Meow.
What am I looking forward to most about this game, honestly, is the longevity of it. I mean, you're talking about, according to what I have read, is that the map is literally going to be as big as Tsushima Island. In reality, the island's not big in comparison to a lot of other places in the world, but for a video game world, this is pretty freaking huge. The longevity of this game is going to be well worth the price point of getting it. So that's what I am really interested in. I'm more into these longer games at this point.
No, that's good. That's good.
I'm just waiting. I'm just looking forward to actually having a decent samurai game after so long.
This too, I agree. Something that's more grounded instead of whimsical and fantasy-like.
But
you,
isn't
For
it
Honor.
ironic that we have to rely on an American developer for this?
With Japanese help.
Yeah.
I mean, they are bringing. They did bring in Japanese swordsmen that knows the.
They respected the medium enough to actually, put the effort into it. I mean, can you imagine if Ninja Theory tried to make this game?
Oh god, it'll be freaking Heavenly Sword 2.0.
Why would you fucking do that to me? Why would you put such a horrific nightmare in my head? My name is Sword Slasher. Hiya!
It's not just a theory, it's a ninja theory.
Oh.
In the first cutscene alone, he'd be showing his crotch 18 times.
While eating a pizza.
No, the pizza was actually pre-Ninja Theory.
Pizza's Italian. That wouldn't fit.
Well, that depends on the
So
kind
they,
of
so, they
pizza.
would, so they would have it all. So they would have it all over the game.
Yeah, friggin' Pizza Hut advertisement spots all over the friggin' game.
Mmm.
Place your order via microtransaction today.
And then you can be spammed by the new. You get spammed by pictures of the new chairman of the board of GameStop, Reggie Fleamont.
With goat eyes that flicker and strobe going, buy it.
And you constantly repeat to yourself, my wallet is ready, my wallet is ready, my wallet is ready.
More like my wallet is empty, bitch.
Oh.
What else is there? Yeah, the exploration's gonna be so unique and different. I mean, the fact that they're using guiding wind, not only to mark, guide you where you mark your destination on your map.
I'm so glad you said mark your destination. I thought you were going to say mark your territory, and I was going to slam
Me
you.
too! Me too! Me too! Me too! Oh my goodness.
This is our chats every day, guys.
Oh, this is just a small taste of it.
Yeah, when we're actually having fun and no specific member of our party comes in.
Huh?
Speaking of which,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry I haven't been there that often, guys, but, work is work. And when I get home from work, sometimes I'm just too tired to chat.
You're tired right now because you completely misheard what I just said.
Hardy is now private.
Going back to what I was saying about the guiding wind, it not only guides you to your destination that you mark on your map, right? It also guides you to hidden areas that you might not notice. So if you're like in the middle of nowhere, just pull up the guiding wind, and it'll guide you to like a shrine or something good. If you're close enough by, which there is
about 3 bean buns. About 3 bean buns ought to do it. I'll get you a guiding wind.
Jesus Christ. I was about to say that there's an armor set for that too, but
for bean buns? Are you serious?
Well, no, for the exploration.
Oh. I understand people being a fan of a certain food, but to go that far.
Oh God. Yeah, you're not taking this away from me. It's protected.
But yeah, the guiding wind actually, like I said, it can actually guide you into secret areas and whatnot. If you're out in the open or whatever, on the way to do something. So spam the shit out of it, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's actually been confirmed that with the armor sets have different abilities. If you watch the state of play, the armor set that Jen is actually wearing is a armor set used specifically for exploration, maybe getting more a wider window for the guiding wind to kick in, or well, we don't really know the details, just speculating. But the exploration is really going to make this game worth it.
Yeah.
I would just like to see this game try and pull a Ocarina of Time and make it so you can play the shakuhachi at your own pace. Like, just pull it out and start playing.
Well, I don't think that you'll be able to manually play it, but you can manually... Oh my god. Pull it out.
Why did you have to hesitate? You could have just rolled with the punches and it wouldn't have been awkward.
Because it would have been awkward either way, knowing you two. Good God, I mean, in video games, you pull stuff out of your ass from the inventory anyway.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know how they do it considering they have no pockets.
Huh.
It's a pocket dimension.
Aww.
But yeah, I already got the game pretty much pre-ordered. I only owe $5 left on it.
Damn.
I actually can't wait to play it.
I've learned from experience not to pre-order.
Well, not to be too eager to pre-order games.
Well, to me, it all depends on the game. If it's something that I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I mean, in the case of Ace Combat, I'm glad I did because I got that voucher for Ace Combat 5, right?
Yeah.
Very underrated game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's harder than the original PS2 version.
What? Because it's 60 frames or what?
No. The original game was 60 frames.
Well, 60 interlaced, but whatever. I think it's very inaccurate to, you know, call 5th or 4th generation games in terms of frame rate because of how the displays actually worked. I don't know.
No, because in these games, performance was independent of interlacing fields.
Okay.
I have no idea what that means.
That's a huge misconception about game rendering. that people have.
240i.
Oh Jesus Christ! Gee, you had some.
If you're listening out there, you know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about.
Which I brought up a point earlier, and I actually want to know if anybody agrees with me here, that I believe that graphics and resolution are two separate things altogether.
Graphics is just there are a lot of elements that make them graphics and visuals in total. Resolution is just part of it.
Resolution is how clearly you can see it and on what side of the screen you're playing it on.
Yeah, image quality.
Right. Point taken.
Like, if you're talking about artistic graphics, then yeah, I'd lean more towards what you're saying. But at the same time, there's a certain point where resolution has to be at a bare minimum.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be 1440p. You French hat, popsicle stick up the ass piece of shit.
Who are you talking? Who are you referring to?
Yours was exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my lord.
Well, what else is there to the resolve meter. The resolve meter, again, if y'all watch the state of play, is those tennis ball looking things at the left bottom corner of your screen that's above your health bar. It works pretty much exactly like the focus meter in Spider-Man. You either use it to pull off special moves or heal yourself. Which I have no problem with that. I think that's pretty cool.
Why would they call it resolve, though? I mean, that sounds like morale.
I don't know.
I think it has to do with resolve being more stamina sounding.
I guess.
Why not call it poise then or something?
Ooh, I like that.
Poise meter. Well, whatever you want to call it. Point is it acts like the focus meter in Spider-Man, which I thought was kind of a different take on. Well, instead of using like say auto heal or health packs.
Oh no, what is it?
I'm sorry, I'm just remembering Kid Smooth playing The Last of Us.
Did you see any of those?
I heard about it, but I was afraid to watch them.
Did you see some of the gifs that were made? The me.
No.
Kid Smooth, multiple times. Kid Smooth was fucking beating the shit out of his controller in frustration.
Oh,
to the point, he would. Oh my god, he was winding up like he was gonna do a Super Saiyan move on his controller, and he's like, you could hear it smacking as he's because he's frustrated from dying so much, right? And then he has to stop and look at his hand because he hurt himself.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Hey Tyrone Magnus, if you're watching this is a reaction video that you need to do.
Nah, listening to audio only stuff would be boring.
Well, no,
There's also a part where
Kid Smooth playing The Last of
Us. There's also a part where he gets so mad he actually breaks the he crumples and destroys the case to the game.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh, in his mind, every Sony game is a piece of shit.
Speaking of Sony games, there has been this trend. Not just Sony games specifically. It's, a lot of third-party games, like I don't know, Assassin's Creed for an example, Shadow of Mordor, another good example where the stealth element.
Well, not really. Both were made by the same developer, so I'm not sure what you're getting at, Nate.
Well, hold on, I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
What I'm referring to is the whole stealth element of hiding in tall grass. Even as Horizon Zero Dawn did it. I'm so glad that what we have seen is that Ghost of Tsushima is not doing this. It's pure skill based. I think Uncharted 4 did it as well.
Well, it only makes sense though if there's tall grass. It makes sense you could hide in it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's become a common trend on
not really.
games.
That trend existed back in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Sorry, I haven't played any Metal Gear Solids except for.
The way you said that was so cringy. I haven't played any Metal Gear Solids.
Well, how else would have said it?
You sound like you went to a junkyard to fondle around with some metallic fecal matter.
Well, the last time I did go to a junkyard, there was a lot of Fords there, so there you go.
Oh god.
What I'm trying to say is that hiding in tall grass has existed since PS2 games.
Right.
So I don't see why.
I don't have a problem with it specifically. I'm just saying that I'm just glad that a game like Ghost of Tsushima is using more of skill to not be seen rather than, oh, there's a patch of grass right there conveniently for you to hide.
Well, it takes skill to, even in tall grass, it takes skill to not be seen. That was the whole thing behind Metal Gear Solid 3 on the PS2, was that you had a camouflage meter. You could be in the grass, and the enemy's still gonna fucking see you if you're not wearing a shirt. You had to blend in. That was the whole point of I know I harp on Metal Gear Solid 3 a lot, but let's be honest, that was the only decent stealth game back then, where you had to blend into your environment. The camo index in that game was the best out of any Metal Gear Solid game ever.
You know, 3 is still the best in the series.
It is! And I'm kind of upset that none of the subsequent games afterwards ever did anything with it. But what I'm saying, Nate, is that hiding anywhere, whether it's tall grass, in the water, or whatever, takes skill, because you have to be able to remain silent, you gotta remain unmoving if the enemy's looking in your direction. Like, if we're gonna hide in the grass, make that a feature, but also don't make it like Horizon Zero Dawn, where you could like roll in the grass and shuffle around like a fucking crab and not be seen at all, you know? Make it so that if you're hiding in the grass, make it so that it actually takes a certain level of discretion to be able to hide successfully.
Actually, that's a better word. I should have thought of that. That's a better word, discretion, rather than skill. I see your point, and like I said, I don't have a problem with it per se. I was just saying that I'm glad for what I've seen of Ghost of Tsushima is that they kind of got away from it, you know.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're saying that, you know, a lot of games are making grass the get out of jail free card for hiding, then yeah, I can agree with that. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, maybe, probably that's what I am saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because every guard is a fucking ostrich that just like suddenly loses awareness and. It's like it's like fucking samurai sticks his head in the sand. Guard, where'd he go?
Octo camo didn't exist. So PS5.
Octo camo was.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to change the subject to yours about any PS5 news.
Man.
The meat of this video.
Well.
I got a better one actually.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about how Final Fantasy VII's been doing lately.
Sales-wise?
Yeah.
Because right now it's currently still the highest selling game on the market.
And it's still exclusive.
For a year, let's be fair.
For a year, yes, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is, do you think it'll sell anywhere near as high, excluding the PlayStation sales, once the other versions are released?
Going by previous history, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Someone's knocking on my door and slowly pushing it open like a fucking creep. Okay, Johnny, what is it? Maybe later. Thank you.
Thanks for the interruption, Johnny.
Now go shit yourself. Now go shit yourself again.
Oh, God.
Again? I mean, this wasn't the first time?
I'm starting to wonder if it's not even the second time.
I'm starting to wonder if Nate's ever even played a Metal Gear Solid game.
I just said the only one I played was 4.
Oh, that's right. Johnny does. Oh, wait. Yeah, he does shit himself in that one, doesn't he?
Over and over and over.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can get
That's
in
a
the barrel and roll yourself around until you throw up.
You can actually do that in 3, but not with the barrel. Instead,
Yeah, you just roll your character around in the survival viewer.
Yeah, basically the menu. You just spin your character around.
Actually,
pause,
fun fact: you could do the you could do the same thing to Eva too, which is kind of funny.
Oh God.
Yeah, when you're escorting Eva back to the evacuation area, you can spin her around and she'll throw up, and then if you're a real sadist, you can actually you can keep making her throw up until she's too weak to continue. Then you can knock her ass out and just drag her to the area.
Man.
I need to go back to play this game.
Oh, you think that's funny? You think that's funny? Let me tell you something about knocking characters out and doing weird shit. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Yules. In Metal Gear Solid 2, you could knock out Emma, and I don't know, Nate, if you're aware of the meme when Snake picks up a character by the legs and drags him around, what it looks like.
Nah.
Oh, you gotta look that shit up.
Oh,
anyway,
God.
if you pick her up, or whatever, you do some weird ass shit. You can call Otacon, or Otacon will call you, one of the two. And the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "What do you think you're doing to her?"
Whatever I want. She's perfectly satisfied either way.
Well, in Metal Gear Solid 3, you could do similar shit with Eva, and I think you could call, is it Colonel, or Major Zero? Or is it paramedic that makes a weird comment about what you're doing?
Oh no.
I forget exactly. Either way, it's there's shenanigans to be had.
But speaking of Metal Gear Solid 2, isn't 5 pretty much 2 just on, well, as like a remake kind of thing?
No.
Yes,
Oh my God,
yes.
What the fuck? Metal Gear Solid. Wait, which one did you say was a remake?
No, he joked about it.
No.
I called Metal Gear Solid 5 2 because at the end it's basically the same bullshit all over again. You're not really the character you really want to be.
Oh, I see. In that, okay, I see what you mean there. But no, well, also there's the whole oil tanker thing. But we'll skip over that part. No, I'm pretty sure you're aware. Metal Gear Solid 4 is the sequel to 2, right?
No, like I said, that was the first and only one in this series, and I just took it as a standalone game, to be honest. I mean,
That's kind of unfortunate. That's kind of unfortunate because that's like the swan song for David Hayter, I should say.
Yeah. And coming from someone that really hates 2 for the entire second half of the game, I mean, it really is bittersweet to see what would happen with David Hayter after 4.
Yeah.
I see. But the thing is what I like about these games, like I said, even though 4 was only the one I played, whatever, I appreciate the fact that it doesn't take itself too serious. I love that.
Yeah. But I still prefer Yakuza's storytelling better.
Fair enough.
But anyways, let's get to the meat of the video. You wanted to talk about the PS5.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the PS5. I wanted to talk about how wrong I was about the power levels of this beast.
It's over 9,000!
You guys remember?
I was going to say that.
You guys, like, I said this before, but it needs repeating. I have to apologize for the way I reacted back in March. I mean, yeah, I was upset about the power unveiling, how it's going to be less powerful than the Xbox Series X. I'm still upset over Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC. I still don't trust Herman Hulse.
Okay.
I'm of that opinion.
Excuse me.
But everything changed. Everything about that narrative from March changed when a specific tech demo hit. And I think everybody that's listening knows exactly what I'm talking about.
You mean the one where Colt Eastwood said that it would run better on the
The fucking... oh my god. I can't believe how a single tech demo got Xbox and PC fans so unhinged they would cause a manipulative political campaign to make up false narratives in order to show that their console is better. Oh my God. I am so disgusted by these people. If I was caught doing this, I would have been digitally lynched. If I did this, I would have had terrible shit happen to me. I would have been doxxed, I would have been harassed, I would have been stalked.
You would have Antifa at your door.
You would have been treated like a Jew.
Oh, you little rat.
No, you didn't.
That's not under your jurisdiction to say.
Stop it! Oh no, I would have pixel justice warriors at my door. Yep, PJWs.
The highest quality pixels, uncompromised.
Did you just assume my frame rate? Resolution!
You make it sound like you froze midway.
Until you ran out of breath.
No, his processor overheated.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe what Colt Eastwood, he's gonna go on Twitter, right, and bring up this falsified article from Tom's Hardware, saying that Tim Sweeney said that the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PS5 due to the tech demo. And when Tim Sweeney himself, CEO of Epic, caught wind of that, he gave Colt Eastwood the biggest public curb stomping I'd ever seen on that site. Called him out on his bullshit.
What really got me, hold on. Let me pull up that screenshot again that Nate sent me, because that one really fucked me up. Hang on. Where is it? Oh wait, hold on, it must be in a different folder, hang on. Here it is. Oh, hang on. God damn it. Here we go. Let's see. PS5 won't be actually Epic Games. Where that quote comes from, exact source, who said it, and when. And Colt's fucking response. Tom's Guide, Tim Sweeney, and physics. Excuse me?
He said nothing of the sort. And that was...
No. Where does physics fit into this?
Well, the tech demo was demonstrating chaos.
No. He said, where did the quote come from? What's the source? Who said it? And when? How does the answer physics fit into any of that?
It's amazing.
It's almost as if he's using the word physics as, oh, it's a fact of the universe. Like oh my god.
Now, was he referring to the engine?
No, I don't think so. I think when he said physics, I think he literally tried to use the word physics as I think he substituted the word. I literally think he substituted the word physics for common sense. When I read that quote, that's what it reads like. I don't know if you agree or not, but that's.
Oh my god, physics I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but anybody who mixes up physics with common sense, that's the day I start taking flat earthers seriously. Oh
well,
my
I mean, the Xbox is a flat top.
Don't talk that way about my mini fridge. I put all my Cokes in there.
Well, by the way, have you seen the concept art for the
pad for the Dragon engine?
Have you seen the concept image for the Series S? It looks like a fucking square bong. It's either a square bong or it's a humidifier. Your choice.
With the green radiated glow at the top.
Square. There you go. Square radiation tower.
Well, I mean, the 360 had that nuclear fuel rod you had to plug in order to power the console. Why not let's stick it inside the machine and have it give a nice, healthy green glow.
Oh my god. And since Microsoft is desperate to actually get a market gain in Japan again, we're now going to see a repeat of Fukushima.
All they have to do now is call it the little boy. No, I meant.
So now I understand where the freaking green glow comes from in Tommy Knockers.
Oh my god, you remember Tommy Knockers?
Yes, I actually read the book.
Oh. No, I think the green glow comes from Johnny Cage, in my opinion.
Oh, his plot armor.
He literally plot armor.
Oh, Johnny Cage. Sorry, I heard Johnny Cash. Like,
What? What?
I mean, the Ring of Fire went well with the 360's predicament, but I don't know what he's used for the.
To be fair, I only heard of one apartment being burnt down.
Yeah, well. I fell into a burning ring of fire,
and it burns, the flames going higher, and it burns, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Now I'm really gonna get demonetized.
Imagine all those karaoke channels that no longer work.
Oh shit! Karaoke, is that a kind of barbecue?
It's a form of martial arts.
Yeah, the day we actually injure each other through singing, yeah, I'm going to wear earmuffs
My
everywhere
ears
I
are
go.
bleeding.
Well, aren't you the friendly type?
No, he's just extra sensitive.
Leave my favorite barbecue sauce alone.
No, it looks like it hit the bullseye there.
Oh, jeez. I actually forgot.
You want to get your conversation. You want to get your conversations derailed, internet? Just give us a call.
Better hear the NeoGaf.
Believe you.
Oh, someone's still hyped for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes.
Oh.
It actually looks like a proper friggin' Ghostbusters film.
Oh, that's great. Oh. Well, that damn Colt Eastwood. After that ownage, he didn't learn his lesson. Now, anybody else that calls him out on his bullshit, he sends his legion of teenage fans after them.
And they're not turtles.
And he tries to defend himself saying, I didn't make the article. Tom's Hardware made the article. Bitch, you knew what it said. You read what was in the article. You peddled the lie.
Actually, I don't think he did.
He literally put words in his mouth that were not there.
I don't think he read the article. I think he just read the friggin' headline.
Yeah.
Nah, the headline wasn't not indicative. Indicative.
Speaking of which, speaking of Colt Eastwood, have you guys seen the total 180 that Crap Gamer has done recently in the last few months?
I'm very suspicious of that man.
His spider sense is tingling.
Man, I keep my guard up with him.
Oh, I no doubt, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, going from being the biggest, the literal biggest Xbox fanboy since General MLD to what he is now. Extra points to anyone out there who actually knows what I'm talking about.
Fortunately, I do. Or unfortunate. Depends on how you look at it.
God, that tech demo though was amazing because not only did it really show the reality of what next gen is going to be, right? But it really exposed a lot of these jealous individuals that had all the attention taken away from them since the 360 days.
And guess what? It was actual gameplay.
You know what? Well, here's the thing. For Tanga Plays, and for those of you who know him, I watch him I follow him on Twitter, and he says some pretty weird shit, saying how he was saying how people said there's no pop-ins, and he says the plants literally popped in. I watched them. I watched that demo several times when she's
no plants.
when she's flying toward the portal.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah, there's those there's that little there's like tufts of there's like little bushes that are sprouting out of the sand when she's going towards that portal. I watched that demo several times, and not once did I see any pop-in of those plants coming into view. So either he's lying, or he has really bad eyesight.
Of course they're lying. They are that desperate to downplay something they don't really have any intention of buying.
And here's another thing. I mean, yeah, fucking models imported directly from ZBrush. Okay, very efficient engine. Oh, it only ran 30 frames. Okay, if it only ran 30 frames per second, let's consider this. Consider if they did lower the resolution of those models. You know, go by tradition and lower the models. How much faster do you think that demo would have ran?
Well, here's the funny thing about that. Alright? An Epic developer that worked on the demo admitted that it was capped at 30. It was actually running at 40 to 50 frames per second. Right? It was unoptimized and on earlier dev kit hardware.
Now I've been hearing some people say. Hold on. I've been hearing some people say that the earlier dev kits are more powerful than the actual system.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
And not to mention that a lot of the what is it? The shadows, or is it the rock formations? I can't remember. that are in 16K?
No,
Oh, the textures.
the textures were 8K. 8K textures. The shadow maps, though, the shadows you see were 16K.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Guys, I've been completely turned around. I was absolutely just almost borderline depressed the entirety of 8th gen. This has turned me right around. This is the first time in, 7 years that I've actually been excited for PlayStation hardware again. And even if it's not as powerful as the Xbox Series X, this tech demo shows that the leap is still good enough.
Let's be honest. Are there any talented devs on Xbox that are going to make use of that thing? I mean, like, look what they've been working on so far. Grounded.
Scorn. Let's talk about Scorn.
I've actually seen. I've seen
the one that kind of looks like the.
That's been out on.
Aliens?
Yeah, that's been out on PC before, and I've seen people legit play demos of it.
Yeah, about Scorn. The trailer for the Xbox Series X version was entirely on PC with a 2080 Ti. Devs just admitted to that.
Actually, no, that trailer was the perfect. They couldn't have chosen a better trailer. What better way to what better way to personify the Xbox Series S than a droopy penis leaking onto the floor?
Jesus.
Coming out of the wall.
Jesus.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that.
You guys make me feel less and less virginized.
You're welcome.
But really, I have been super impressed with what they managed. And, oh my god, did Alex Battaglia of Digital Foundry get really exposed here for his own bias.
I'm legitimately... I don't understand how they can go from, you know, legitimately looking at tech and giving good analogies to having biased opinions and downplaying one thing despite its achievements.
Oh, especially after the Chinese incident.
Oh my god.
Well, that's easy.
Wait! Hold on! Are you saying he's got a sore spot against Sony? Because they're not even Chinese!
No, but he'll take the words over a mistranslation over Sony personnel. Or even English-speaking, proper English-speaking Epic personnel. I couldn't believe that happened. I couldn't believe when they actually tried to just it was so terrible the way they tried to drag his feet to the coal. Poor Tim Sweeney. He had to tell him that supposed footage from the mistranslation was actually a recorded stream of the actual PS5 tech demo on a PS5 streamed onto a laptop that had a 2070 in it.
Basically, they're watching a YouTube video.
Oh my god.
Tim Sweeney said over and over that the tech of Lumen and Nanite are going to be in the Xbox Series X, but he also said that elements of the tech demo could not have been possible without the breakthroughs that Sony had done with the PS5. And this is not just about the SSD, but it's also about the I/O complexities that help boost the SSD, making the machine do things that it couldn't possibly do with just a stock SSD. We're talking about the cache scrubbers, the interrupts, the bypasses, the cohesion engines,
Flash controller,
the massive amounts of the cohesion processors, the massive amounts of flash memory. According to devs, it was the flash memory. The 16 gigabytes of RAM wasn't enough to have those textures. The flash memory was capable of streaming those texture assets.
Not to mention, it didn't even they didn't even touch on the built-in what is it, ray tracing tech.
Lumen is not ray tracing.
Lumen is partial ray tracing. Global illumination is a partial part of ray tracing.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that the PS5 has the ray tracing built into it, right? Capabilities.
It has hardware.
They didn't even touch it.
Yeah, everything about Lumen and Nanite was all software based.
Yeah.
They had to rely solely on the GPU compute, the asynchronous compute engines. Imagine if they rework that demo by the end of next year. What kind of performance leap are we going to see on that?
Honestly, I hope this actually turns into a real game, because boy did it look fun.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah.
True. I agree. I'm just saying that it would be kind of cool, nonetheless.
But then people were complaining, it's another Tomb Raider Uncharted Spelunky ripoff.
Oh yeah, because Nathan Drake totally had the power over gravity to, fly around like fucking Superman.
Well, I guess it was, yeah, it is kind of like Superman, because old Superman could only leap 1/8 of a mile, then looked 1/8 of a mile.
Well, he could leap over tall buildings. They never said how far.
No, in Action Comics #1, he said he could leap 1/8 of a mile.
Huh, okay.
Comic book guy.
The more you know.
And another impressive thing, the image quality. That was a dynamic 1440p. But even Digital Foundry couldn't tell. Not even Digital Foundry could tell.
Of course they couldn't tell. They were watching a fucking video of a laptop.
No, you don't. No.
For all we know, they could have been watching it in 720. They could have been watching it in 720p for all we fucking know.
No, they actually had the highest quality screen grabs, and they still couldn't tell the resolution. They had to be told that it was a dynamic 1440p, and two other factors, both of which I was actually informed about. One of them would be the anti-aliasing solution. Apparently, it would be that's Epic's own version of temporal injection called TAAU, or temporal anti-aliasing upsampling, which looked amazing enough. Another factor that I was told by people is that the nature of nanite being able to squeeze geometry inside the pixel to not be bound by rasterization resolution. So you got those perfect curves on the geometry, making it extra difficult to tell
Some of me
game
wonders
resolution.
Some of me wonders if Euclidean's gonna come out of the woodwork and try and sue Epic for that. For unlimited detail.
Well, they're gonna have to get in line because Nanite basically is actually inspired from Pixar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is actually based on the workings of Pixar's original Reyes technology from 1982, which was very revolutionary at the time because we're dealing with Reyes, which was an acronym. It meant renders everything your eye ever saw. Renders everything you ever saw. It basically used algorithms to do what we're finally seeing on consoles: geometry and polygon compression.
Huh. So, different from tessellation.
Yes. Because we're actually entering literal micropolygons. They tried to do a light version of this at the beginning of 7th Gen called displacement mapping, right? But the hardware for consoles just didn't have the resources for that. So they had to fake it with parallax occlusion mapping.
Epic tried that with the Unreal Engine 3, virtual displacement mapping.
Yeah.
That's
why I said the 7th Gen.
Yeah.
Which, well, I want to chime in on this here. We're going to have this PlayStation event on the 4th.
And that's why we're having this video.
We saw what the tech demo showcases, right? If they really want to showcase what the PS5 can really do, show a Gran Turismo trailer.
No, people would call it just live action footage.
Because what's the best way, best genre to show off what a system is capable of doing is a racing game.
I mean, that shows pretty visuals, but let's be honest, Gran Turismo 5 gave us beautiful visuals when it came to photo mode and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want people to gush over graphics for the next generation? Show them. Fuck, I'm trying to think now. Because I don't think a racing game would really do graphics justice. Because we have games like Cars that are achieving photorealism, or Cars 2. Trying to think here. What would be a good one? Shit, you know what? I just want to see Blue Point's remake of Demon Souls.
You know, that's the thing though. Blue Point hasn't confirmed the Demon Souls thing, and the rumor has even changed. A recent 4chan leak has actually suggested that Blue Point's actually doing 2 games, and neither of them are Demon Souls.
What?
Yeah, the first one, the Jak and Daxter re-trilogy.
Oh, re-trilogy?
Remake trilogy, you know, like Crash and Spyro.
Okay, let me say first, don't you fucking dare Spyro that shit. I swear to God.
I still haven't bought Spyro because of that.
Yeah. That fucking pissed me off, man. But if they're gonna have if they're gonna have the Jak trilogy, then they better damn well include Combat Racing X or Jak Racing. I think it's Jak X Combat Racing.
Yes.
Yeah, Jak X Combat Racing, as well as wasn't there a Daxter game on the PSP?
Yes.
Yeah, they better include that.
And the Lost Frontier.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what Nate was saying. What's the next game?
Oh, this is my part. The next game, this one really interests me more than anyone else. A reboot of Legacy of Kain.
Okay.
If they bring back Simon Templeman as the voice of King, yeah, you gotta buy her. You gotta buy her. I'm sorry, but when it comes to gaming lore, Legacy of Kain is near the top for me.
Okay. You want to know what I would like to see? I mean, this is just personal. It's not. I don't think anyone has even considered this. Not even the industry. But if this was remade, you would get so much fucking love from me right now, Sony. I would probably donate for this to happen. If you could, oh my god! And if possible, what's the new name for Studio Ghibli?
Oh, I don't know.
Because they're no longer called that anymore. They're called something else. But because I swear to God, one of the guys from that studio worked on the original. Please remake Jade Cocoon.
Oh yeah.
I don't care how many Pokemon fans scream and bitch about how it's a Pokemon ripoff. It was unique, it was charming, and it was beautiful. Please remake Jade Cocoon. I have gone on YouTube and have listened to fan covers of songs from the game. I have the soundtrack downloaded to my phone. Please remake Jade Cocoon. They say third time's a charm, right? Okay.
For me, I would like to have a remake of, God damn it, what the hell is the fucking name of that game? Not Panzer Dragoon, but the one from Square.
Legend of Dragoon.
Yes, thank you.
Legend of Dragoon is not by Square.
No, it's not, actually.
That's a Sony first party title.
Well, no, I get that. I said Square because they did develop it.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No.
No, Legend of Dragoon is actually its own independent.
No, Legend of Dragoon was entirely Sony Computer Entertainment Japan.
Yeah, I got the cover of it for it. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's just Sony. Warehead.
Okay.
And the director of that project was Shuhei Yoshida.
Bring back this game.
Funny, on the back of the cover here, yes, I'm looking at the actual cover, it says 3 years in the making with a development team of over 100 members.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the
Bring back this
PS1
game.
game.
If they can do it with freaking Final Fantasy VII, y'all can do it with this.
Well, this would be even bigger because this was an actual 4-disc game.
Mm-hmm.
And the graphics were better.
Now imagine that being on four 4K Blu-ray discs.
Oh Jesus.
I don't think it would be necessary.
No, you just use this PS5 technique and you fit it all into one disc. Remember, no duplicated assets.
Well, they don't have to squeeze duplicate assets onto the disc. They can now have a protocol just to make up duplicates in the area. Just an algorithm for that, and just modify them. That'd save a lot of disk space.
But yeah, like as I said earlier, Jade Cocoon. That would be. There are I see when I look at videos on the internet of the music from that game, there are people who legitimately think that no one else played it. And it hurts because I think the series was tarnished after the second game. So if you're gonna remake it, do not remake the second game. Just remake the first one. I'm not even asking for voice actors. I would be totally fine with silent protagonists as well. There were voice actors for the other games, or for the other characters, but not for the main character.
Well, shit, saving money on voice guy. Yeah, that definitely saves disk space right there.
But honestly, what are y'all expecting to see at this PlayStation event on the 4th?
Just a handful of games.
Honestly, whatever. What am I expecting to see? Honestly, whatever appeals to the lowest common denominator. Let's be honest.
I mean, do y'all think it would be first party, AAA titles or indie titles?
We're more than likely to see a AAA first party. That's no question there.
At least one.
At least one. But for the most part, it's just going to be rehashes of what Xbox has shown already. Because Xbox has no fucking exclusives.
Nor did they show any gameplay at that.
Yeah, really.
I think it's amazing that the Inside Xbox, they debuted all those Xbox Series X announcements. They only got 1 million views on YouTube. Meanwhile, Epic's Unreal Engine 5 trailer got about 12 million views. That's something.
Well, when your fan base is so small.
Oh, don't say that. Remember the 360? All those duplicate Xbox 360s that had to be rebought because of the Red Ring remaster. I'm going to hell for that one.
Most of those 360 owners are now proud PS4 owners.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But seriously,
I would love to see a Colt or one of his other crony or dealer or one of their other cronies try and use that as an argument. Oh, they're just duplicate sales of rusted PS4s.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know. But like I said before, at first I really was disappointed at the power gap. But number one, I got a level head out of it. I got a level head after it, and I realized that the delta between the two is half of that of last gen.
Somebody slapped
well,
the cap out.
not even that. I mean, look what the Xbox One X had, and look what the PS4 vanilla was playing in comparison. And I actually said this in a live stream. I think I super chatted it to Ryan Professional. I said, or he goes by BitCloud Gaming now. I actually said the PS4 did with 1.8 teraflops what the X couldn't do with 6.
That's painful.
But it's true.
Ugh.
And you know what? Say what you want about The Last of Us Part 2.
How about we don't talk about it at all? Ever?
Well,
Please.
I was just going to say that game is going to be running on the base PS4. Ghost of Tsushima is going to be running on the base PS4. And it's still going to look better than anything on...
It's gonna look. It already looks better than the Series X games. Never mind the Xbox One X.
Oh, I think that's sad.
I mean,
Remember that comparison you showed me?
One Swan Song, Crackdown 3.
That's right. That's right. Where have we seen even? Wow, that's a good point. We haven't seen an Xbox, Microsoft game for the past 2 years?
Try 3.
And can we even call it for? I mean, they're first party, but they're not exclusives, are they?
No.
No.
Well, Gears 5 came after Crackdown 3, didn't it?
And didn't they just discontinue the standalone Xbox One X?
I don't know, did they?
That's what I heard, because Microsoft just announced that the Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One X will be the last Xbox One X period.
Good God! Remember the original Xbox? How fast they killed that thing off? I'm sorry. Let me put this in a colorful way that we can all appreciate. Remember how fast Microsoft shoved the original Xbox down the garburator before bringing out the 360?
Oh my God!
Before bringing out the 360.
What had a shorter lifespan, the original Xbox or the Wii U? Dang.
Ouch.
Well, you want to compare either of those to the Dreamcast and have a complete set?
The only thing that the Xbox is going for it financially, it's beating Stadia.
That's not even an achievement.
Achievement unlocked.
And it'll be exactly what I just said, quote unquote. That's not even an achievement.
Well, Xbox Series X, it's Xbox Game Pass that matters now, because God forbid anybody actually.
Because games have to be.
I saw a video the other day. No joke. I saw a video the other day where the person says that damn it, I think it was Supernova that said this about Game Pass, that he wouldn't be surprised if it does wind up on PlayStation because they're trying to put it everywhere. Which I'm thinking at the back of my mind while watching it when he said this is, that's not going to happen. Why would Sony allow that when they got their own service?
Hold on. Here's the thing. Sony ain't using their own. They're using Azure.
PlayStation Now.
They're using Azure.
He didn't say servers, he said services.
Houston, come in, please. Or is that my connection? Hold on. Are you guys... Nate, how are you doing that?
We can hear you.
Okay, yeah.
Services.
It must be me because yours is coming through very shoddy. It might. How do I sound? Do I sound kind of, am I cutting in and out?
No.
You're fine.
Okay, well, what I was saying earlier is that PlayStation Now is using the Azure servers owned by Microsoft. Or it will be.
I wasn't aware of that.
That's actually not really how it's going to go, because they still need those console servers to actually properly play those games. They still need those mainframes consisting of multiple PS4s and PS3s to get those games running right.
Well, I guess.
point is I just don't see the Xbox what the hell they call it again?
Series X?
Service.
Oh, Game Pass.
Yes, thank you. I had a brain fart. I don't see Game Pass coming to PlayStation at all. Nintendo, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind at all. Matter of fact, I think it's already over there.
No, but some elements of Xbox Live are. But I heard that Game Pass might be coming to Switch sometime in the future.
Right.
Nintendo is
Not what they used to be.
Nintendo.
well, yeah.
They're
But
basically
Konami.
playing they're pretty much playing the whole console thing on their in their own little.
They're not even doing They're not even doing consoles anymore.
They're not
pretty
even
much
doing the
handhelds.
console. They're a handheld company now.
Yeah.
They don't even call the Switch a hybrid console anymore. They just call it a specialized handheld now.
Vita 2.0.
Ouch. That broke my heart.
Yeah, because the Vita was actually good.
Ooh.
Double ouch.
Oh, now you're gonna get me in trouble. Now you're gonna get me in trouble.
No, I'll be honest. I would actually get myself a Switch Lite, the handheld version, and get myself like some of those smaller games.
Yeah, I
Take
wanna
on the
get my
go.
Switch too.
What's that?
I said I would get a light Switch too.
Oh, you sick bastard.
I'm kidding.
Alright, I think we're gonna cut it off right here. We'll probably... We're almost at an hour and a half. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, you guys.
I like my egg roll.
Guys. Alright. I'm gonna cut it off here. We'll continue more next time.
He's Jewish, you know.
Just run that right to the ground, why don't you?
I can't just put it off.
Like I said, you want to get your conversations derailed? Give us a call.
Good Lord.
We'll run your train so far off the tracks it'll look like something out of the Back to the Future.
Oh my god. The third one.
Yep.
You and Devil Shooter.
Oh my god! Now you sound like an auto-tune fart. I'm so sorry. The connection is really bad.
Alright, it's time to cut this off. We'll see you next time, guys. Say toodaloo.